Just now, Russia has unveiled combat robots so advanced, they've sent shockwaves through global military circles. These machines aren't science fiction. They're real, armed, and already changing the way war is fought. Imagine robots hunting in packs without human control, machines ready to sacrifice themselves strategically, and humanoids marching into battle shooting with deadly precision. But here's why militaries worldwide are watching closely and nervously. In Ukraine, these robots aren't prototypes. They're actively changing warfare as we speak. And the scariest part? They're learning and evolving on real battlefields. Keep watching, because what we're about to reveal could dominate the next generation of warfare. Russia has kicked off a new era in military robotics, deploying unmanned systems at a scale and intensity the world has never seen before. From AI-powered ground bots to humanoid fighters, and from drone swarms to suicidal robot dogs, the battlefield has turned into a live demo of future warfare. And the ultimate testing ground? Ukraine, where these robotic systems aren't just prototypes, they're actively deployed, continuously adapted, and evolving in real-time combat scenarios. First up is the Marker UGV, a name you'll soon hear everywhere. Built by NPO Android technology, the Marker UGV is more than just a remote-controlled tank. It's one of the most advanced robotic ground platforms in Russia's arsenal. Designed to carry out reconnaissance, support, and combat roles in high-threat environments. Available in both tracked and wheeled versions, the Marker reaches speeds up to 80 kilometers per hour and covers nearly 1,000 kilometers on a single mission. It's not just fast and tough. The Marker robot can even cross rivers or streams up to 0.8 meters deep. But what really makes it dangerous is the weapons it carries, especially the Kornet anti-tank missile system. These missiles aren't ordinary. The Kornet 9M13M-2 can hit targets up to 8 kilometers away, and the upgraded 9M13FM-3 can go even farther, up to 10 kilometers, with powerful explosive warheads. And here's the real deal. These missiles use tandem-shaped warheads that can blast through over a meter of solid armor. That means they can destroy even the most heavily protected tanks and bunkers. Thanks to its smart AI system, the Marker can spot and track enemies in real time, move through tough terrain, and fire with pinpoint accuracy, all without putting any soldiers in danger. This robot isn't just another battlefield tool. It's a game-changing machine that can take out enemy forces from a distance and give Russia a serious edge in modern warfare. Russia's push into military robotics isn't limited to large tanks or humanoid machines. It's now experimenting with compact, agile systems. One example is the M81 robot dog, which has been publicly showcased carrying mounted rifles and equipped with advanced camera systems. Visually, it resembles Boston Dynamics Spot, but with a combat twist. These robotic dogs have drawn global attention for their potential roles in reconnaissance and surveillance, but so far, there is no verified record of them being deployed in actual combat. They're more of a technological demonstration, showing what might be possible in the near future. What is happening right now, though, is the use of drones in electronic warfare. Russia has already employed systems like the Orlan 10 to jam communication networks and disrupt enemy coordination. These drones can carry multiple payloads, including airborne and ground jammers, and operate in groups to shut down mobile networks, intercept messages, or confuse enemy units on the ground. This type of drone-based electronic warfare has been used in real-world conflicts like Ukraine, where it has caused serious communication breakdowns in enemy forces. These are the kinds of robotic technologies actively shaping the modern battlefield today. Looking ahead, Russia's ambitions for the Marker unmanned ground vehicle are pushing warfare into bold new territory. Developers are proposing a future where the Marker doesn't just act alone, but as the command center for an entire swarm of autonomous kamikaze drones. These drones, guided by onboard AI, would work together to identify and engage enemy targets, offering a new kind of robotic battlefield coordination. In this envisioned role, the Marker would serve as a mobile command hub, what some are calling a mother bot. directing drones in reconnaissance or strike missions while staying safely behind the front lines. While these features remain in development and have not yet been demonstrated in full-scale deployment, they represent a significant leap in Russia's ambitions for unmanned and semi-autonomous warfare. But not all of Russia's robotic advancements are tracked or wheeled. Some are human-shaped. Enter Fedor, the humanoid robot originally built by Russia for space missions. Fedor made headlines when video footage showed it firing pistols with both hands, driving a car, and performing complex mechanical tasks. These tests were designed to push the limits of robotic motor control, not necessarily for combat deployment. While Russian officials have floated the idea of military applications, including more advanced weapon systems, there's no confirmed evidence that Fedor has been used in real combat scenarios. Yet Fedor's very existence highlights something bigger: Russia's broader ambition to develop humanoid robotics that could one day complement or even replace human soldiers in select missions. But here's the twist: despite these high-tech ambitions, much of Russia's robotic arsenal isn't entirely homegrown. In fact, a surprising amount of its drones and unmanned systems are imported, reverse-engineered, or adapted from foreign designs. The Uran 6 mine-clearing robot used in Syria? It was originally Croatian, and the four-post drone? It's an Israeli IAI searcher, built under license, and Russia's Orion drone closely resembles Iran's Shahed model, which Moscow saw in action over Syria. Do you know what's more iconic? Some of this tech comes from countries backed by U.S. military aid, like Israel, yet the technology ends up supporting Russian operations. As for Russia's homegrown drones, they're usually smaller and short-ranged, but that's not always a weakness. These compact drones are portable, versatile, and easy to deploy directly by frontline troops. In fact, Russia is moving away from centralized control, pushing these drones down to platoon level, where soldiers are gaining hands-on experience. It's fast, flexible warfare, and it's reshaping how battles are fought. One standout in this new strategy is the Orlan 10, a lightweight drone that's become one of Russia's most quietly powerful weapons. It's small enough to carry by hand, but what it does on the battlefield is anything but small. The Orlan 10 is part of a broader electronic warfare system called Lear 3. Here's the game plan. One drone acts as a communication relay, another drops portable jammers onto the ground, and a third carries electronic warfare gear to jam signals from the air. Together, they can shut down cell phone networks, target individual devices, and even broadcast fake messages to confuse enemy soldiers. Here's something you might not know. In eastern Ukraine, Russian jamming was so effective that some Ukrainian troops had to rely on their personal phones only to have them hacked or spoofed by Russian cyber teams. Here's the scary part. While the U.S. military is focused on firepower, its wide-area jamming capabilities were largely phased out after the Cold War, leaving a dangerous blind spot in modern warfare. Let's not forget that Russia's robotic war machine isn't a spur-of-the-moment invention. It's the product of a decade-long strategy. Back in 2013, Russia laid the foundation with a dedicated robotics research center. By 2014, it launched its own DARPA-style innovation agency, plus a military robotics commission chaired by none other than the Minister of Defense. In 2016, Russia held its first national conference on roboticization of the armed forces, which acted as a major step for a country not known for open collaboration between military and industry. Believe it or not, even with all the killer robots and high-tech AI, many top Russian officials are still hitting the brakes. They're not quite ready to hand over life and death decisions to a machine. Just like the US, Russia officially insists a human must make the final call when it comes to pulling the trigger. But that line is starting to blur, especially in Ukraine. The battlefield there isn't just about bullets and bombs. It's a live-fire lab where AI-guided drones, cyber tools, and jamming systems are tested in real time. Every mission sends data back to engineers who tweak and upgrade these systems at breakneck speed. Each day, Russia's robotic arsenal gets smarter, faster, and deadlier. For Ukrainian troops, this is no sci-fi thriller, It's raw reality. They're dodging drone swarms, losing communication to invisible jammers, and fighting weapons that learn and adapt. This is not the future of war, it's the present, and it's terrifying. We're now set to enter into a new era, one where robots, not humans, may take center stage on the battlefield. Machines that don't sleep, don't panic, and never disobey are already being tested in real conflict zones. From the Marker UGV and Orlan 10 jammer to Fedor and AI-powered drone swarms, these aren't future fantasies anymore. They're real systems shaping today's military strategies. And here's the chilling truth. This is only the beginning. So what do you think? Should machines be trusted to make life or death decisions? Or is that a line humanity should never cross? Drop your thoughts below, and if you're fascinated by where this tech is headed, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon to stay ahead of the curve. Until next time.